Hi, this is Nicole Harris, and this is my automotive industry analysis on Volkswagen for Econ 201B in fall 2015. Volkswagen is a German car manufacturer which is headquartered out of Wolfsburg, Lower Saxon, Germany. They were established in 1937 and now hold 3 cars in the top 10 list of best-selling cars of all time: the Volkswagen Golf, the Volkswagen Beetle, and the Volkswagen Passat. The industry characteristics is it's an oligopoly. Products in this are affected by their rivals, and the firms have to take decisions based on the other firms when determining their own output and price. Some of the main sellers in the automotive industry include Volkswagen, Toyota, Hyundai, GM, Honda, Nissan, Ford, Suzuki, and BMW, just to name a few. Few firms dominate this market as shown above, and their behavior in the market can be mutually dependent. The global car industry is now expected to hit 87 million units by 2017, which is driven by GDP growth. The passenger car demand and consumer spending are highly linked, as well as government policies which include rising fuel prices and restricting fuel usage. Volkswagen was the leading passenger car manufacturer in 2014 based on production of 9.77 million vehicles. Looking at the global market, Volkswagen has a 13.55 market share based on passenger car production volume. Main revenue sources are passenger cars. In 2014, Volkswagen had 99.76 billion sales at the top passenger vehicle seller globally. The top 2 competitors are Audi at 53.79 billion and Porsche at 17.21 billion. When looking at sales, Volkswagen is the second largest car manufacturer globally. In 2014, they had 4,486 in vehicle sales, 6,156 in production, and as a percent of sales revenue, they hit 2.5%. Their operating profit declined by 14.4% from prior years and resulting in higher upfront expenditures for new technologies. Changes to the firm. Volkswagen recently made history in the automotive world for having one of the most complex and costly fixes: 11 million diesel vehicle recalls. Not only is Volkswagen having to pay for repair costs, but it is also compensating dealers for storing vehicles that they can no longer sell. Volkswagen is now facing more than 325 lawsuits in the U.S. alone, in addition to fines, settlements with state authorities, U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the Justice Department, and numerous countries in Europe. The cost is projected to exceed $34 billion. Volkswagen has even admitted to the scandal of cheating emission tests, which not only will cost them in penalties and lawsuits, but also their reputation being severely damaged, which will significantly affect car sales. Investors' reaction to the Volkswagen emission saga. So in this graph, you can see the timeline. This just happened, last month. EPA announces fines against Volkswagen, says it cheated on their emissions test, and you can see the reaction in the market. Volkswagen halts sales of certain diesel vehicle stocks and is down 15 points within just a few days. NYC law firm files class against lawsuits on behalf of owner and leases impacted by defeat device. Then VW confirms 11 million diesel cars worldwide include defective device software. And then just again a couple days later, the VW CEO Martin announces resignation. And this is the major changes to the firm that happened in over a 5-day time span. The cost impact. The impact of the recent Volkswagen scandal is going to be a big record breaker. Within 3 days of the scandal getting out, shares of Volkswagen have fallen from $160 a share to $110, which is roughly a tumble of 30% just in a few days. Volkswagen is now facing a 15 to 20 billion euro hit. Not only are they facing cost impacts, but they are having retrofit issues because of the kind of exhaust treatment involved to repair the defective vehicles. About 325,000 vehicles are expected to need hardware repairs in the U.S. alone, while in Europe they're looking at about 3 million. Like that's not enough, Volkswagen is now having to open special shops temporarily in every market where there is a recall. Their vehicle demand curve is drastically dropping in result, and their cost curves are skyrocketing to outpocket the recalls, fines, and lawsuits. So when looking at the before, you can see the demand was relatively downsloping. Their marginal revenue was downsloping, but still well. So when we now look at the severe economic loss, you can see the huge chunk between the ATC and the demand, and also the MC. So here's my works cited. I use sites from Bloomberg, Statista, Time, Annual Report, and Report Linker. So this was Nichole Harris, and this was my automotive industry analysis for Volkswagen. Thank you.